Okay, so today I'm going to introduce some of the research projects in my lab. I'm the director of data intelligence and social computing lab in Fudan University. And so our lab aims to develop novel natural language processing and machine learning models and algorithms. Because my research focus on natural language and machine learning, we explore applications for human-computer collaboration and interaction in the real environment. In addition, we are very interested on the interdisciplinary studies to bridge artificial intelligence and other areas, including social science, political science, and so on. And finally, we want to develop some intelligent tools for the target area. And in our lab, the research topics including the following 5 aspects. And the first one is cross vision and language. So we basically want to learn the semantic representation, cross vision, and the language for the downstream tasks, including the matching between the image and the text generation based on images, and also doing some inference based on image and the text. The second one is knowledge modeling. So nowadays, knowledge graph is very popular. We want to construct the domain-specific knowledge graph automatically, and also how to questioning is very important to the artificial intelligence. So we are developing such kind of technologies, automatic question generation. The third one is dialogical argumentative text understanding. We express our opinions about some topic via argumentative text, and how to understand the discussion content between multiple participants is very important. For this part of topic, we aim to do the argumentative knowledge graph construction and how to extract the interactive arguments from the discussion content among multiple participants. The fourth one is social media analysis. So we track and identify the misinformation in social media. And then we also trying to model the users in the social media based on their relationships with other users and also their comments. So the last one is interdisciplinary topics. We are doing some research for the hospitals and also for some financial companies. So as a professor in the university, our lab also offers some courses to undergraduate students and postgraduate students. For the undergraduate students, we offer introduction to artificial intelligence, the natural language processing for social media communication. So for this, the second course is a collaboration course with professors in the in other departments. So we want to offer some technological thing to those students without technology background. And the third one is introduction to natural language processing. For postgraduate students, we offer introduction to artificial intelligence and machine learning. So for our lab, to introduce our technology via course is an important channel. And we also obtain some fundings from the industry. In the past 5 years, we got the funding from Huawei company and financial and a research institute in Zhejiang province, the Zhejiang lab. Also, we have collaborations with Tencent and also some hospitals. For hospitals, we are trying to do some content analysis in the electronic medical records for the interest identification. And we're also trying to generate reports from some medical images. Okay, so for our lab, we, as a research institute in the university and also a lecturer in the university, and also as a like a technology provider for the industry, we think all the aspects is important, and we could let the innovation happen on the foundation of all these aspects. Firstly, for teaching, we want to offer some high quality courses, and these courses can deliver those cutting edge technologies nowadays. So we can help the talent development. And also as a research group, we want to publish impactful papers so that we can have our like position in the research community. And also we can explore more cutting edge research theories and also the algorithms. So as a technology provider in university for the industry, we want to working on some industry lending oriented projects. So in the past 5 years, as I mentioned, we also we had some collaboration with the industries, and we also earned some awards based on these projects. And as a research institution, we think the active collaboration with other research institutions and also universities is very important for us to have more like novel ideas to doing research. And we have 3 angles. One is to contribute to talent development and working for the discipline construction, and also to develop industry lending projects. Okay, then in the following part, I would like to introduce some research projects in my lab. The first one is dialogical argumentative text understanding. So firstly, I want to introduce what is argumentation. Argumentation is something we are doing every day in the life. Given the topic, we want to express our opinions. For example, what do you think about the China-US trade war? And I might say, I'm worried about this. It is not wise for the 2 countries. Yeah, this is like an opinion from one side. And for this part, we firstly express our opinion to this topic. I'm worrying about it. And then I express why I'm worrying about this. So for the stance classification or sentiment classification, it aims to identify the position of these comments. But for argumentation analysis, they are more interested in working on why you hold this opinion. And when we are doing argumentation, we will use argument as a tool. So argument is a conclusion supported by premises, and it conveys a stance on the controversial topics. For example, for the topic, whether the death penalty should be abolished. If you hold the conclusion the death penalty should be abolished, you might have some evidence or some supporting facts. So premise 1, premise 2 can be this evidence. And we use such kind of arguments to express your idea about some controversial topic. So the dialogical argumentation is the exchange of ideas among multiple participants. So here is a subforum in Reddit account. The name of the subforum is Change My View. Some users post their opinions on some specific topic, and they want others to persuade them to change their idea. So in this forum, we can have a lot of opinion exchanges. So if we want to analyze such kind of content, we need to formalize the workflow of the tasks. So as in our lab, we think it can include 4 parts of tasks. The first one is to extract argument from the paragraph. And then if we have two participants, they might have the interaction based on some specific aspects. We want to identify those interactive argument pairs. And then we want to see what strategies are used and how good is the reply. So here is an example from the Change My View subreddit. Here are two posts talking about the position of vice president. It's from 2016, I think. And then based on the argument extraction, we can have the separate opinions from each post. And then we want to align those argument pairs with the relationship of interaction. And then we want to label this kind of pairs to show what kind of strategy is used. And lastly, we want to evaluate how good the reply is. So based on on these scenarios, we publish a lot of papers in past 3 to 5 years. And we also apply our argumentative analysis technology in the jury texts. We want to identify those interactions in the trial record. So in the trial record, we will have two parts. The first one is prosecution, and the second part is the defense. So we want to identify those opinions from each part, and then to see if they have interactions between the content. So we also organize a challenge. It is Chinese Artificial Intelligence and Law Challenge. We are the organizer of the track for argumentation mining. So the track attracts 260 teams for registration from universities and industries. Out of 260, 63 teams submit results. So it's quite popular. The second research topic I want to introduce is cross-vision and language applications. So it has some downstream tasks. The first one is image text retrieval. It can be two directions. The first direction is given query image, retrieve the texts. Second direction is given a query sentence and retrieve the matching image. The second downstream task is based on the image to generate text. It can be used to generate the advertisement sentence for an image, or it can be used to generate a story for your album. And the third task is visual question answering. So given a picture or a pair of picture, you can ask questions and the agent can answer your questions. So the most popular task in the cross-vision and the language field nowadays is vision language navigation. You can give an instruction to an agent and let the agent to do what you tell them to do. So you tell the agent to get something in another room, you will give an instruction. It is turn right and head towards the kitchen, then turn left past the table and enter the hallway. So when the agent receives your instruction, can it find the correct position? Lastly, I want to introduce some industry projects. Those fundings I obtained from the companies, or hospitals. First one is automatic infection detection. The collaborator is Zhongshan Hospital in China. The time is October 2017 to June 2018. So based on the EMR, we're doing disease classification to see if this patient suffers from the infection. In total, the dataset includes 8,642 records, and we can get an accuracy higher as 89%. The second industry project is the collaboration between Huawei, and we are trying to construct knowledge graph based on the product manual. And we got an award, Outstanding Project Award of Huawei in 2020. And then this is a collaboration between the Ant Financial. We are trying to analyze the complaint text of internet fraud. So some users might submit a complaint text to say that some fake users, they treat me. So we want to see if this is true. And the algorithm is applied in Taobao.com. Okay, here are some reference. Okay, here's the end of my sharing.